What's up? We're being dumb.
I'm gonna make sure that I actually like made this a like story on Instagram. I have.
Great. What's up? I would say, what's up, Patreon people?
What's up,
This is a
Patreon people? I mean, most of you are members. So, welcome to the stream. We're gonna be talking about our trip to California because we went
to California.
Yep, we came back yesterday, so
Yeah. We're tired. So we might be a little delirious. Also, for those, if you're not in the Discord server, I'm sorry for the people who are, because
we have a lot of announcements.
Lots of announcements and things going on. We came home and we were like, it's time to work.
Yeah.
So we've been working all day today and doing things.
Announcement time. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start with that.
We can start with the Discord here. Let's see.
Okay, first off, we're going to be offering readings.
Woo.
And not just live readings. We're going to be doing I'm going to be doing email readings. So the readings that I'm going to be offering are spirit guide readings, which you can choose how many guides that I read. And I'm going to do spirit guide and spiritual gifts readings and tarot readings, and Riker's going to do some
spirit guide drawings. Yeah, I'm going to draw your spirit guides. So it's going to be kind of similar to the ones that we do live, but they're going to be a little bit more like polished, cleaned up. They're going to look a lot nicer because I'm going to actually like spend time on them. I also don't know why Nightbot's not working. So anyways.
Yeah, but you have the link right there, so.
Yeah, I do have the link right here. We also have this announcement.
Oh, no, now it did it.
Oh, there we go. Great.
Took a really long time.
Great. Nightbot just is also coming back from vacation. So yeah, we're going to be doing readings. So if you guys are interested in those, or if you've been wanting one but don't want us to like
do it live.
Yeah, do it live or anything. Did we ever change the status to this to open?
Oh yeah, I guess we have to do that. We're figuring this out.
There we go. Now.
So if you go to that link, I'm assuming that's going to go to our Ko-Fi page. The readings are going to be under the readings tab.
Yeah, here's a direct link to that.
When we do like live stream readings, that's going to be under shop. But when we do the commission readings, that's going to be under the tab readings. So you can find all the stuff there. Let us know if you have issues with that, because this is new. We have not done that yet. So,
well, yeah, that's first up on the docket. Second, if you missed any of the other announcements anywhere else, we have a wish list, which I think I also made a command for this. Yeah. Let's see how long.
So, if you don't know what a wish list is, we have put like stuff that we would need for making content. So like ghost hunting equipment, different cameras, that sort of thing. If you want us to use certain stuff at like ghost hunting locations, you can donate directly towards specific things in our wish list. You don't have to buy things out like directly. You can just put funds towards certain objects or certain like listings on our sheet in order to help us out to purchase those items.
Yeah, and a lot of those items, it's cool because it gets just sent directly to us. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's super cool. So you guys can check out our throne page, which is linked there.
But yeah,
for that stuff.
But you don't need to like pay for the whole thing. You can contribute to them. Yeah, and then eventually they'll get to the like fully paid for item, and then it would get shipped to us. Because there's a couple things on there that people have already started like funding for us.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We actually got like suggestions to start one because I was like, I don't know how I feel about wishlist. That's kind of weird. But I also think it would be cool for people to have more of a like direct impact about which like ghost hunting equipment we use and stuff like that. Because as a viewer, I think it would be really cool to be like, no, I want you to use like the EMF rope, or I want you to use like the envoy or something that you've seen like in other channels. You want us to try it out and see what it's like. You can help contribute to us getting that sort of stuff. So it kind of helps people feel like they're more connected into our ghost hunts. But it helps us out a lot, and we appreciate any like donations to any of this, readings, wish list stuff, anything. Even you guys just watching a live stream helps us out tremendously.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Our next announcement is we finally have a PO box.
Yeah, we got a PO box.
So we've had a lot of people asking for that.
So if you're a member or Patreon, you'll get the address to that. But it's one of our perks.
Yeah, and it's already up on Patreon for Smoke and Mirrors and members for Meddling Mediums. So if you check your perks and everything, you should be able to find it. And if not, let us know and we can try to make a post to help you find it.
People are asking about the wish list thing. We use something called Throne. So
it's just through the
Candy's
link that I
asking about it for her bakery.
Yeah.
So you can do the same thing for your bakery as well.
I'm trying to think. Other announcements. I think that's the main announcement.
Those are the main things that I think we did today.
I'm getting ready to actually launch Patreon for Dungeons and Daemons soon. I've been working on that today.
And what is that?
That's gonna be my TTRPG or Dungeons and Dragons channel that I'm gonna have, where we do a bunch of crafting and D&D and stuff like that. So I'm getting close to launching Patreon.
And if you don't know what D&D is, it's basically like
tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah. And we're starting off doing like
Crafting
world building
and
stuff,
yeah.
and like making miniatures and stuff like that. So when you join Patreon, we're going to have like live streams and stuff where you guys get to come hang out when we start building worlds and stories and stuff for our first campaign, which is our first game.
Yeah, and then we're going live again this Saturday to do a reaction video. So we'll be doing another live reaction with you guys over here at 6 p.m. Eastern
on Saturday. But we're going to be reacting to another Amy's Crypt.
Yeah, Amy's Crypt at Randolph County Infirmary.
Yeah, that was a suggestion from one of our members.
Yeah, I think Kayla and Mariah talked about it a lot. So we'll be doing that. Yeah.
So I think that's all the announcements that aren't associated to us going on vacation.
Yeah. it's been busy. We've been like busy. So yeah, we went to California for a week to visit my family and hang out, and it was a fantastic time. We did a lot of things. We did, let's see, on Wednesday we went to Disneyland. I took Em to Disneyland for the first time.
I've never been to Disneyland before.
What did you think of Disneyland?
Well, I was nervous to go to Disneyland initially because roller coasters, rides make me nervous. But they weren't what I thought they were. They were pretty chill.
Yeah,
so it was more fun than I was nervous.
Yeah. Sorry. Just moving this more towards you. So yeah, we went to Disneyland. It was great. We spent the day there at Disneyland and California Adventure.
Yeah, we went to Disneyland. My favorite part of Disneyland was the Toontown place, because it was weird, because everything around Toontown makes you feel like you're two-dimensional. So like the backdrop thing, there was like no clouds in the sky, and it just like made you feel like you were in like a two-dimensional world. And then we went on that one ride that was like, what's it called?
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
It absolutely was fantastic because I went to school to do game design, and that, I don't know, that ride had a lot of like game design elements to make you feel like you were in the cartoon or doing a lot of other things that wasn't actually happening. So basically what happens is you're in this train, and then when you go into the ride itself, because you're in this like building while you're doing it, it like splits the train parts, like the carts around, and they put you in like these different rooms and spin you through all of these things, but they project stuff on the walls, and the walls are they're like three-dimensional sort of like projector screen things, so they make you feel like you're in a different location by projecting different things on the walls, but the walls are also three-dimensional to make you feel more immersed into the game. So whoever fucking made it, I want to make games like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. That ride opened up for the first time last year, so thought Toontown was closed. No, they at least they reopened it. It was closed for a while, I think, while they were like doing a bunch of stuff for that. But it's lit. Also, what's up, Scorpio J?
So
So that was Wednesday.
I mean, I can still talk about Disneyland.
Okay, still talk about Disney. No, still talk about Disneyland.
Riker also told me that the water in the
Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah, you said it smells nice. Is that the water or is it the restaurant?
It's the water. People talk about the water on Pirates of the Caribbean. I am not crazy. Literally, people make. I've seen people make like TikToks of it.
Yeah, before we even went there, Riker was like, "The water smells fantastic."
Even
and I was like,
yeah, there's something in the water at Pirates.
I was like,
told you.
"What are you talking about? The water smells nice." Okay, so my response was that Disney has the elixir of life, and it's actually in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Which makes sense of all the plants, because I don't understand how they get such green, lush plants in the middle of, like, drought California.
Yeah. Talked to a lot of the plants around,
Yeah.
and apparently they're, like, high off their ass on
Yeah,
whatever
they say
fertilizer.
they're
and
getting
shit
the
they
good
use.
stuff, whatever that means. Half of them were like, this is fantastic. And the older ones were like, there's not enough room for me. I hate all of you. Stop touching me.
Yeah.
There was no in between. And then also in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there was some weird dark thing.
Oh yeah, you told me about it like towards the like in the middle of the ride. You're like, there's a weird dark thing in
was
here, and I
great.
wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't prepared for you to be like, there's a weird dark entity in the Pirates of the in
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah, no, there was a dark thing because the ride was mostly like pitch black, so I feel like it's people's fears associated to animatronics in dark. And I don't know that it's people, I think it's children.
That would make sense.
So it makes sense. I was afraid of the dark when I was a child, so yeah. So Wednesday, Thursday, we went to the tide pools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I took him to one of the beaches in Southern California.
which I'm realizing a lot of people don't know what tide pools are.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a tide pool is, when you go to the ocean, the tide from the ocean like goes up and down when it's a low tide. There's water that gets caught in like the middle of the rocks and stuff like that, and there's like ecosystems in these like pools of water.
Mm-hmm.
So I've wanted to go there since last year, and I tell Riker like every time they talk about going to California, because I was like, I don't have an ocean near me. I can't look at all the little creatures, and all I want to do is like search for little hermit crabs and other like crustaceans that live in the tide pools. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, we did that. I flew my drone on the beach a little bit. You haven't even seen what I got yet. I was flying it and she was just too busy. Like,
I was like, did you know there's little hermit crabs all over the place?
Yeah.
If you don't know, I really want to own hermit crabs. There's a cage over there that I fit in that I want to put pea-sized hermit crabs in there to live.
I think I could fit in
We
that.
both could fit in there.
Yeah.
It probably would be able to support our weight too, because when you put water in a tank that big,
Yeah.
that's like heavy as shit.
Do you love tide pools a lot because of your orca past life?
I don't know. I just really like hermit crabs.
She's just autistic and loves hermit
I'm
crabs.
autistic and I have a special interest in hermit crabs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an orca related thing because like
Orcas
I don't know that I would be able to see that as an orca. But I just like the hermit crabs. I just love hermit crabs. I picked them up and I showed them to Riker and I was like, this one has spots! This one's blue!
This is true. This did in fact happen.
It was great. They were so tiny. They were like the size of a pea.
Yeah.
They were like between the size of a pea and like a quarter.
Yeah, I still need to show you the drone footage because I had my drone above M while she was on the rocks looking, just pointing straight down, and you could just watch her getting in it. It's cute.
They were great. I loved all of them. There was also actual crabs, because hermit crabs are actually, I don't think they're considered crabs, even though it's in their name. But they were actual crabs. They were like this big.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. And then I
Sea
also saw a
urchins.
dead sea urchin.
We saw some live ones too.
Really?
Oh,
Where?
no, no, the.
I was
those are
like,
the
that one
enemies.
was
Never mind.
definitely dead. I touched it.
I told her not to.
I did it anyways.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of anemone things.
Yeah.
So
I took M to one of my favorite restaurants
yeah,
that night.
Mama
We went
D's.
to Mama D's, which is an Italian restaurant in Newport Beach. It's fantastic.
yeah, I liked the ravioli in
Yeah.
the pink sauce.
Yeah, their raviolis are like probably this big.
Yeah.
Not even like exaggerating, like that big.
Well, I don't know. They don't look like they would taste any different, but I don't know. They put like some that in them.
They put some of this in it.
And whatever they do to their sauce, that pink sauce is like,
It's a mix of Alfredo and marinara.
because I don't know, their pink sauce was a lot better than it like mixing them together. I don't know. They also put some
Ko-Fi bot.
in there.
I don't remember setting up the Ko-Fi bot.
Weird.
Ooh, you got a reading. Nice.
Thanks,
I guess it's
appreciate it.
donation. No, it's not a donation. Got a reading.
I mean, it's technically
I guess.
what they call it. Thank you so
Anyways.
much. We didn't know it was gonna do that. Sorry,
Yeah,
we're
I
acting
know.
weird. We're like, wow.
I know, I was like, what?
Who set that up?
Like,
It wasn't us.
That's crazy. I can change that. YouTube chat alerts. Maybe we get rid of that for now. Anyways, yeah, we went to Mama D's and we met up with Roger Rammer from chat. He was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still
He's
here.
the first chat if you wanted to know.
Yeah, he actually was the first one today.
Yeah, Roger Rammer.
But we met up with him and got Mama D's and stuff. And that was Thursday. Oh, when we were at the tide pools, we talked to the like nature
Oh yeah.
spirit things.
So we did like videos and all this stuff. We literally filmed every single day.
Yeah, so there will be vlogs on all of this stuff on Smoke and Mirrors, and then there's also gonna be stuff going out Meddling Mediums.
I also will probably put stuff
Stuff
on
on
Hey Bye
Hey Bye.
too, of like a summary of everything that's happened, like a little travel vlog.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna figure out how to do that tomorrow, really, really fast.
Yeah.
That's beside the point. But we talked to nature spirits, and it was weird because the one side there was like two big sections of tide pools that were kind of like separated by like the sand, and on the one side there was like it was more green and lush with like algae and kelp. So there was a female nature spirit that was associated to the ecosystem itself, and they kept telling us like where not to like, go because it was going to like negatively impact the ecosystem. It was going to like shock the system.
Yeah. She was cool. She literally looked like she was made out of the kelp
She looked like a kelp like
woman. Mermaid,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was cool. And then on the other side where it was like more like where there were more rocks, but it was like everything was a little bit more like dead or barren over there. There was a masculine who was talking about how because all of the people walk on those rocks more and the tide doesn't come in and out enough that's why it was dead over there, and was talking about that. So that was cool.
Yeah. You should pin the readings one. Sorry. I'm just thinking about things. Thanks. If you guys are interested in readings, the pinned comment has that there. I'm just gonna keep telling you that.
Yeah, and they're not live ones, they're just like normal
They're
email readings and drawings.
email readings.
So yeah, that
Super
was Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, we went to Old Town San Diego. And we did a paranormal investigation. Should we tell them?
Yeah, we did a collaboration, you guys.
Before you say it, we have, hold on, let me see. If I refresh this, it's not going to fuck anything up, right?
I don't know.
I'm refreshing.
I think it's fine.
We have 24 likes. How many? There's 36 people. 25. How many likes should we get before we tell them who we collabed with? People in Discord already know, but or we can just tell them.
Let's get up to like 40 likes. I know that's more people than are actually here, but 40 likes. You're at 29.
You got this. But
So
we can talk kind of about some
Yeah.
things. Hi, Sydney.
So-
But yeah, we did an investigation down in
Yeah.
Old Town San Diego. And it was
that will come out on
fantastic.
this channel
Yeah, and that will come out on
in a few weeks, though.
yeah. That'll come out like mid-June. Because we got other content planned until then. 34. Goddamn.
You got this. 40. There's almost 40 people
35.
here.
We got this. You need 5 more, and then we'll tell you who we
Also, what do you think happened? Where do you think we went? Who do you think we collabed with?
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat. Not me cheating with another account.
It's not cheating. We're at 39.
But if you know, don't ruin it.
Yeah. 40.
Oh, that was faster than I thought.
Yeah. Should I just show them a picture?
Yeah.
Fuck, you can't really see. You can't really see, but we collabed with Mackie and Amanda.
Do you want to say anything else about that?
I don't know, do we?
Like, do we want to keep something a secret? I feel like keep the place a secret. What?
Yeah, we can keep the place a secret. But we did an investigation with them. It was fantastic. We love Mackie and Amanda. And there's gonna be content going up on
Meddling medium.
Meddling Mediums and also Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah, because we did some readings for them.
Yeah, we did readings for Mackie and Amanda.
Yeah, we decided that the reading that we did for Amanda will go out on Mackie and Amanda's channel. And then we did a reading for Mackie. We did like spirit guide readings for the most part. Amanda's reading was interesting because we like talked to her house, but
Yeah.
whatever. But we did Mackie's reading, and that's gonna come out on Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah, and it
was great.
it's
We haven't had
wild.
that cool reading
It's
in a while.
wild. It's a good one. Y'all will enjoy it.
Yeah, she was able to like validate a lot of stuff because I like I've seen a medium online that is considered an evidential medium, and she doesn't do spirit guides because there's no like evidence behind it. But the way I view it is your spirit guides are tied to you, so you know things about your spirit guides even though you don't know that you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say things, a lot of times it's like, holy shit, I've been drawing this since I was 2 years old. That sort of thing. Or like, I really like gargoyles. Like I read a woman that was literally like, I told them that they had a gargoyle past life, and she was like, I have one tattooed right here. And I was like, okay.
You mean like this?
Yeah, or a gargoyle spirit guide. I think I said past life. Sorry. But we're doing readings on Smoke and Mirrors for them, but we also did an investigation
with them.
them that I don't know if it's coming out on their channel and our channel. They were
We still
like,
have to figure that
like
out.
some part 1, part 2 things, but we're coming to have an investigation come out on this channel for sure, and probably also a vlog.
Yeah.
So a paranormal vlog's coming out on Meddling Mediums.
So do you see? There's a bug that died on my desk.
Yeah, that's a stink bug. Do you have stink bugs in California?
No.
Really?
No. Did you see a single stink bug while we have lizards?
I'd rather have lizards.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't crush those because they like stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen them around because of living here and being
right. Because I put
at
one under a
locations.
cup and I just
Left it there.
I left it there until it died. Because you can't squish them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That is how M deals with bugs. She puts a cup over them and then just leaves them until they die there.
I mean, usually I'm living with someone that like takes care of it for me. When I lived with my parents, my dad would be like, there was literally a red Solo cup in the middle of the room. I picked it up and there was a bug under there. So I like let him go outside and I was like, I did that.
I did that. Good Lord. Let's see.
Let them suffocate.
That was Friday.
Yeah.
We collabed with Mackie and Amanda.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. They are fantastic.
Yeah. Which, that was the first time I met Mackie and Riker's first time meeting both of them.
Yeah. That was my first time meeting both Mackie and Amanda. So.
Yeah, it's really weird because they're very similar to us.
Very, very similar to us.
So.
And then Saturday we were dead. So we
Yeah, 'cause
spent like
we were up
all
all
day in the
night.
car because we were up all night doing
We
investigation.
were up all night. We drove back to Riker's house, and then we drove back in to go meet up with Roger Rammer
Yeah.
because we were doing pictures that day. So we met up with Roger, who's a photographer.
So
And
we did photography things.
He was photographing his friends for like LARPing and stuff like that, which is another role-playing type thing. So they're all in like crazy costumes and stuff like that.
If you
And
want,
that's us.
if you want to see how good we look,
We were not in costumes because
we were the only ones not in costume.
Yeah.
But
He needed more models, so
that's us.
so we have an interesting picture with a lot of people in
Mhm.
costumes.
Let's see.
I love that photo so much.
Sunday, we went to Balboa Park.
What is Balboa Park?
Balboa Park is a giant like park in San Diego. It's like right off of downtown. It's like massive, like it's huge. So if you guys know the San Diego Zoo is a part of Balboa Park. And then there's Balboa Park, which has like a bunch of museums, like gardens, stuff you can like walk through. It's massive. And there's even like golf courses. It's huge.
There's big fish.
There's giant koi fish that are literally like
They're this big.
that easily, probably bigger than
They're
that.
probably like 2.5 feet, maybe 3
3
feet
feet long.
depending on how big they are.
Did I take any pictures of the koi fish?
I don't think so. I didn't take any pictures of the koi fish.
I know I recorded them on the camera for the vlog. You'll
Yeah.
see everything in the vlog.
But Mariah, wait, that skirt though. You wanna hear a secret? It's a skirt. It's shorts.
Are the botanical gardens there? There are some, yeah. So there's like, I don't know. There's a lot there. What's up, Chris? So there's a bunch of like gardens. There's a bunch of like there's like the art museum. There's the cannibal museum, the Museum of Us, which I know saying like brushing over the cannibal museum is probably weird, but there's a museum about cannibals. It used to be the Museum of Torture.
Yeah, because when we walked out, I was like, literally, there's like flowers all over the place, and then it's this cannibals.
There's like a cactus garden. There's like rose gardens. The Japanese Friendship Garden was closed because they're doing like renovations on it to like.
Well, are there fish in there?
No, where those
I
fish
don't
are,
know
that's the
where
only
I
place that
went.
there's
don't know
fish. I
where
think.
went then. Because I went to another place. You think you have to pay to get into it? It was some sort of Japanese garden. Because all of the like trees were really short,
Mm-hmm.
but there were like fish in these like streams, and there were big rocks that you like walked through as paths on the like rivers. So I don't know what that was, but I thought it was Balboa Park because I told Riker, I was like, "Is it the place with the big fish?" And they were like, "Yeah."
There are big fish.
But now there's 2 places with big fish.
I didn't know the place. I don't know the place you're talking about.
I don't know either. I just was there.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
have to pay to get into it.
Cannibal Museum. I don't think I've gone into the Cannibal Museum. I've been into the art museum there. I've been to there's like a aerospace and like science museum. I've been there. I've gone into the Museum of Us, the Natural History Museum. There's like 6 or 7 museums in
Yeah.
the place. Like there's a lot to do. There's a giant tree, like there's a giant fig tree that's like
Oh yeah, the big
100
fig
and-
tree. It's 109 years old.
yeah, it's 109 years old. It's
It
like
was telling
massive.
me about because I looked this up afterwards because I was like, this is weird. I think there's like a poem or something called like the Red Thread or something. And I looked it up. It's called Red Thread Theory, and it's like the theory that everyone is connected by a red thread of all the people that you're supposed to meet in your life. And the tree was telling me about how, if you haven't seen any of my other videos of like me crying on the internet, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. Me telling you what happened in the last year and a half, how many people that we lost and stuff like that. The tree was talking to me about it because trees know everything. So
Yeah.
me being like, what do you have to say, tree? And they were like, you're a little sad girl. Let me give you advice. And I was like, I'm filming a vlog right now. I don't need advice. And he told me that everyone that you're supposed to have in your life is attached by this red thread idea or this red thread theory, and each person has a certain span of thread that is tied to you. So the further you get away from that, which is like either physically moving away from them or like in a mental state, you are pulling the thread farther and farther out to the end of that relationship or the end of that thread. So this tree was telling me and Riker that the reason why we were losing so many people is because something in front of us was pulling us towards something else. So the people that aren't moving with us or aren't growing with us, the ball of thread that was tied to them and us ran out, and now we don't have that relationship in our lives anymore. And that's what the tree was telling me, because I was like, it's my fault, and the tree was like, actually it's not your fault, because this is just how the world works.
Sydney, welcome to Scooby Snack. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, we the tree is like 16 feet. Like the trunk is like 16 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
That doesn't include the roots that go out. Like
it's a fig tree.
It's massive.
I think fig trees can be up to 150 years old. Yeah. This one specifically was 109. Yeah. I don't know. It was telling me about some war, but I don't know if that's too cliche or not. So I don't know if there was any wars in California either. So
yeah, we did that. Sorry, I'm like looking through pictures
to like figure out what we did.
Yeah.
We went to Bencoto.
Well,
Bencoto.
Hold on, I'm not there yet. We did more.
Yeah.
Come on. Because I showed you where I
we went to the butterfly garden.
Yeah, we went to the butterfly garden. There's like a little area that is like people don't really go there in Balboa Park.
Yeah, I don't even know why.
But it's like it's very cute. It's very calm. It's very quiet. But that is where I have like I had like a very strong spiritual awakening there, like years ago, and that is where I like first spoke to deities.
Yeah, you told me that you talked to Hades.
Yeah, I talked to Hades there.
You actually heard Hades.
Yeah. Because, yeah, if you guys don't know, butterflies are a sign symbol for me, as well as crows. So I was, like, there one day. I don't know if I told you this, but technically I was on a date with my ex. But we don't talk about that. We don't, because that's not important. But I, like, had a, like, beach towel out and was, like, doing tarot, and was like, this is fantastic. It's quiet. It's very, like, peaceful. And then, like, a butterfly came right past me, and then a crow, and I was like, wow.
And then you turned around and Hades
was like
standing behind you.
T-posing behind me.
Yeah,
he's just like, hello, it's me.
I'm T-posing.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, you're Hades. I wanted to start witchcraft, and that's how I started deity work.
Well, what was it like? Did you... Because that was before you knew you were a medium.
Yeah.
So how did you, like, hear him?
It was just like, a very, like...
Physically?
I would say it was more so a, like, overwhelming emotions. Like, it was just, like, a lot of, like, emotions. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just, like, really, like, I couldn't explain it to you. It just, it happened. This also happened, like, forever ago.
Yeah, I also think it's funny that Mariah has a irrational fear of butterflies. There's so many people that do. I don't understand it. I used to, like, ride at this place that if a butterfly touched the, like, footing in the arena where you ride your horse, the oils on it prevented it from flying, so there was just butterflies dead all over the place.
Jesus.
Yeah, so, that kind of grosses me out. But... the butterfly garden where we were at, I don't understand why there's no one over there, because I don't understand how they, like, attract butterflies, and I want one in our backyard. I also want a berry garden, but we should plant things that butterflies like, because I want butterflies.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's hardly ever anyone, like, down in that area. And it's, like, right off the main path, so, like, it's... you can see it from, like, where you're walking very easily. But no one, like, ever goes down there, and it's, like...
yeah.
I don't know, it's very peaceful and calm, so...
yeah, I talked to a butterfly once, not during our vlog, which probably would have been a good idea to, like, talk about butterflies.
Yeah.
but you know, I was stressed. Butterflies are weird when you talk to butterflies, because I like to know about what it's like to be a butterfly. They told me specifically that when they're caterpillars, they feel great, everything's fine. It's when they become butterflies that everything hurts, which is probably why they don't live for very long. But they told me that the process of going from caterpillar, which is like everything's good, I get to eat my weight in gold every day forever until I go into this chrysalis, and then horrible pain happens and it basically just feels like your body's being crushed, and then you're a butterfly for a few days and then you die. But I think that's how they like mate and stuff like that, so it's like important for their like lifespan or whatever. But they told me specifically butterflies are in a lot of pain, whereas moths don't have the same amount of pain because their bodies are a little bit bigger. So they told me that because like things I know about fish. So the most like not genetically modified goldfish is the one that has like the normal body, like, you know, the goldfish fish, like the ones you eat. When their body looks like that, that's the stereotypical, this is what a goldfish should look like. But us as human beings, we're like, let's do some weird things to make them look prettier. So the ones that are short bodied and have beautiful tails and stuff like that, they have horrific time existing. You have to literally have them in a cage, like in a tank with nothing, because they can't swim very well, and they've like run into shit, and they used that idea of like the pretty fancy goldfish have a hard time living because their body is so fucked up that they can't like do normal fish things. So they said the same thing about butterflies. Moths have it easier. So.
And then, yeah. So after Balboa Park, we went to dinner, and I took her to Bencoto, which is another Italian restaurant.
I really like Italian food.
Yeah. And it's like a nicer, like more expensive Italian restaurant, but it's fantastic.
Mom says it's authentic Italian food.
It's in Little Italy, downtown in downtown San Diego, right across from an art store, which I'm kind of sad that we didn't go into it. But
I've been to Blick before.
Every time I go to Bencoto, I always have to go to.
Yeah, they have Blicks everywhere.
Do they have Blick out here? That's the
I don't
only
know
Blick.
Where, but I've been to Blick before.
That's the only Blick store that I know of.
Really?
At least in Southern, like in San Diego, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Blick before. I think it might be in big cities. That might be why.
But love Blick.
But they have really good gnocchi, and I don't know, Riker told me to get the pesto sauce, but also mix it with like a cheese fromage type sauce, which is basically Alfredo, very fancy Alfredo. And it was like God sent.
It's so good.
It was fantastic. I could eat that every single day of my life. And if you don't know what a gnocchi is basically like a potato filled dumpling type thing, and it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. I got a gnocchi with mushroom truffle like cream sauce. Yeah, that was really good too.
And someone's asking about ladybugs. Ladybugs? I hate ladybugs.
A ladybug peed on me once. Or pooped on me. One of the two.
They probably both. I'm pretty sure bugs have one hole.
Yeah, it was on my hand, and it left, and it just like left like a little like grossness, and I was like, oh.
I don't know if they all bite. I think the ones that aren't ladybugs bite. That look like ladybugs. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. They just bite. But psychically, how they feel, let's see. I don't know if this makes any sense. The only thing that I get from it is like, I feel like I can't see very well, and I'm overstimulated by every other one of my senses. And I experience the world synesthesically, meaning I see colors, a lot of colors.
Or little bug on the wall, ting ting. You know that?
No.
I need to get you on Bluey TikTok.
Asian lady beetles. They all look like ladybugs to me. I was going to Canada for a while, and for whatever reason, in Canada, there's so fucking many different kinds of things that look like ladybugs. There's ones that are black with red spots. So, like, the reverse of a ladybug. There's one with white and black spots.
The black with red spots are, like, the Japanese, like, firebugs. We got those in Utah.
Weird. Well, they're in Canada. I saw yellow ones, yellow with black spots. And then I saw ones that were black with white spots. And I was like, I was also a bug kid when I was a child, so that's probably why. But I'm like, I hate ladybugs. I'm afraid of ladybugs.
Like that Jay's like kidney spot ladybirds. Like, you know what that is.
Aren't the Asian lady beetle bugs bigger? Wait, aren't the... No, I don't know.
You guys
I don't know.
Like, you guys are saying names for things I don't know what they are, and I'm not looking them up right now.
I just can tell you, anything that is beetle-like with spots, I fucking hate all of them. Anyways, Ben Kodo.
That was
Ben
Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday, we went and got readings from a psychic.
No, that was on Monday, right?
Oh, sorry, that Monday. That's what I meant. Monday. I meant Monday. Monday, we went and got readings from a random psychic.
Well, I really want a palm reader. If you guys know a good palm reader, please tell me, because I'm sorry, I'm still on the lookout for one.
Yeah, and someone who actually does past life regressions.
Yeah, we tried to get a past life regression and a palm reading.
It did not go well.
But the lady just gave us a past life reading, and the difference is a reading is basically a psychic's like, this is what your past lives are. I see this lady, this man, this dog. I don't know. A past life regression is where they like put you under like some sort of weird trance hypnosis thing.
Yeah.
And you see your own past lives. They lead you through this like hypnosis walkthrough in your head, and you are supposed to like experience the like past life as if you are actually living it again.
Yeah. So the two of us took Angel. Or Roger, and they wouldn't let us film.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us film.
They wouldn't let us film it, so we didn't get to film it, and they wouldn't even let us sit in the room together to hear each other.
Yeah,
so
it was like this small building, and there was three of us. So there was a front of the room, like the house, and the back of the house, and Riker went first, and they were like, "Okay, I'm gonna take Riker to the front, and then Roger's gonna be in the back." And then I walk up and they're like, and then you get to wait outside. And I was like, okay, why can't I like watch?
So I'll tell you guys about my reading. I went first.
Also, wait, did they know you were mediums? Yes.
We told them in the readings.
We called them and was like, we have a mediumship channel. We're psychic mediums. So there's two of them. The lady that we called on the phone knows. And when I was in the reading with the lady that was reading me, I was like, my job, I'm a medium. Like, yeah.
Okay, so the same person read M and I, and someone else read Roger. So we can kind of say what happened with Roger later after. But so like I went first. They told us that we couldn't watch or film because like they wanted the focus to just be on you, which was like
just fine.
Like I
just felt weird because I was like sitting in the car waiting for you guys to be done. And I was like
alone.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went first out of the two of us. So like I went in. I had to write my name and my birthday down on like a piece of paper.
Yeah, which makes sense now why people ask like, do you need my birthday and my name? And I'm like,
no.
No.
So I wrote down like Riker and my birthday, gave it to her, and then I had to pick between like 4 different crystals that I felt drawn to. So I picked one of them and I just had to hold it and I had to close my eyes, and she like
said things.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the past life regression part.
Because I was like sitting there with my eyes closed, and then she was like, whenever you're done. And I was like, oh.
Well, she was like, think of like the people around you that make like when you've been happiest.
Yeah.
So think of like these people, doesn't matter which time period. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna think of like Sebastian and Becca. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna think of this past life. Let's see. And then she's like, whenever you're ready. So I was like, oh, okay, here you go. So and then she like holds it and is like reading you on the energy that you put into the crystal,
Right.
which this isn't supposed to be like shade to this reader. This is that it is just not very much not how we read people.
Yeah, I
Ourselves.
just genuinely thought we were doing like.
I thought we were doing a past life.
I thought
regression.
he was gonna like hypnosis us.
Yeah.
So like, there's people that do that. I have watched people like, you pick like an object out of like a collection of whatever they have, and like they'll read you off of what you chose. But like, literally thought that we were gonna start doing the regression, and then she's like,
Yeah.
"Let me tell you when you're gonna die," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we're
So,
doing the reading now. Got it."
I got told that I would live a long life and that I would live to be 94 years old and I would die of natural causes. That's the first thing I get. I got told that I was strong-minded and I always will be. And that there are 2 areas that I'm working through right now, which is job and love area. She's told me that in relation to the job, something very good would happen sometime after September 20th. So I need you guys to remember September 20th. If something good happens after that, we know.
We know.
She asked me if I was into journaling, and I said no. And she's like, have you ever journaled? And I was like, I mean, I have journaled.
Everyone has, right?
Yeah, I was like, I've journaled, but it's not something that I can like stick with very well. Like it doesn't work with me. And she was like, well, what did you try journaling about? Or like were you journaling for? And I was like, well, I was trying to do like shadow work, like journaling about my emotions, but it's just not very like, it's just not, it doesn't work for me. And she said in the next 3 to 5 years, journaling is going to be very good for me.
Yeah.
She told me that there's going to be 2 big decisions in December. They were going to be very good. One was going to be a move or change, and something was going to be in relation to our relationship. She also didn't know that Em and I were dating
Until I got in there.
she got in there. because I went first. I
Didn't want to put any bias.
I will admit I was a little bit of an ass because the woman was fishing just a tiny bit for information to try
I had
to
a
get
gossip
things.
session with her.
She had a
so
gossip session.
I was like, let me just tell you about my problems because I don't know. I already know how this is gonna go, and I just want to tell someone.
Well, it probably didn't help that you watched it. You're like, how did it go? And I was like,
Yeah, no, I already got a vibe.
I was like,
So I was like, listen, let me tell you everything. She was like my hairstylist. I told her all my deep dark secrets.
yeah. So she was trying to get information from me, and I was like, no, read me.
I don't wrong.
I'm not gonna tell you all of these things.
I won't correct you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, do you want to like marry the person you're with now? And I was like, yeah, eventually. And she's like, do you think December is gonna be the time that happens? And I was like, I don't know. Like, she's like, how long have you been with this person? I was like, almost a year. Like, I think December, you guys are gonna get like engaged. And I was like, money is a thing, so we'll see. Talked about my 2 previous relationships and how they weren't good for me, which is true. Doubled down on the marriage in December. Said that M cares a lot for me, true. But started trying to say that M was like quiet and like
Quiet, shy.
wouldn't speak her mind, like would just kind of be like about everything. And I was like, no, that's
Which
not
is
her.
hilarious because when I went in there, she basically told me that I lead in the relationship I'm in.
Yeah. She told me I was going to make a very large purchase in July, but couldn't tell me what that purchase was going to be in relation to. Told me about a past life where I was a native person on a reservation. I was a female and I was married to like the chief, and I was happy, but it wasn't good because I was being abused.
Yeah, new car for the big purchase. Riker doesn't drive.
I don't drive.
So that wouldn't be a thing.
I
New
have this
house.
trauma.
We don't have money.
That's the thing, is big purchase in July, we're broke. We're broke.
And July is very, very close.
Taxes? No.
Yeah, taxes will be my big purchase. Like, you're real.
Yeah. So yeah, so that, because I was abused in just that past life, that abuse bothers me in this life. And when I told my mom that, she was like, doesn't abuse bother everyone in their life? Which I was like, you're right, Mama Fry, you're right.
You got it.
That was pretty much like her reading. And then I tried asking her more questions because she's like, do you have any questions? And I was like, yeah. My spirit guides have been telling us for the last year that like something big is going to happen in June, and that like May and June are going to be very important. Can you like tell me like what that is? Like, and she was like, oh, you've gotten readings for that? And I was like, well, you know, like I've said already, I'm a psychic medium. I've gotten that information myself, and other people have confirmed it in the readings without me telling them that was a thing. Like, I've had other people just randomly come to me and be like, this is gonna happen to you. And she was like, nope, nothing's gonna happen in June. Absolutely nothing. They're just telling you those things. And I was like, but I'm getting that myself. And she's like, are you reading cards about it? And I was like, no, I'm just getting the information. You're a psychic. I'm a psychic. I'm telling you.
Like,
I'm just.
You're not using cards.
Yeah, like,
how are you getting cards?
You're just holding a crystal ball that I hold for 2 minutes.
She wasn't scrying in it. Her eyes were closed.
Yeah, she was just. Yeah, the entire time.
So
she was like, yeah, no, absolutely nothing is happening in June, and I was like, okay. And she's like, didn't I tell you something about July though? And I was like, yeah, a big purchase. She's like, it's that. And I was like, okay, but then like, what is the information that I'm getting about May and June? And she tried saying that the important thing that was happening in May was the fact that we were getting read by her. Yeah. That was the most important thing that was happening in May. Yeah. Which, I'm sorry, it's not the most important thing that's happening in May. I can tell you right now, it's not the most important thing. So I asked her, I was like, okay, does it have to do with any of like my businesses? And she's like, okay, tell me about your businesses. So I was like, okay, I like, all of them are content creation. And she was like, what is that? And
which is valid. Most people don't know what that is.
So I was like, you know, I post things to YouTube. She's like, okay, so you post to YouTube and you play it on TikTok? And I went, yes. Because I'm not explaining content creation right now. But okay. So I was like, one of them is a paranormal investigation like business where we like do paranormal investigations, which is this channel.
We're getting our puppy in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and a week.
Sorry,
and a half.
that's not the big purchase.
It's not the big purchase.
Yeah.
So like we have our paranormal investigation channel. We have our Smoke and Mirrors, which is our like kind of like medium, like psychic medium, like vlog content channel. And then I'm starting a like, well, I was gonna say Dungeons and Daemons, but I was like, probably shouldn't say Daemons because that might be like a red flag because some people get weird about that. So I was like, are you familiar with Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
What?
What's that?
It's going to be a gaming business surrounding like tabletop games.
Yeah.
And like spiritual themes. And she's like, oh, that's going to be the big one. Everyone does paranormal. You don't need to do that. Dungeons and Daemons, or
no one's done it.
Yeah, no one's done that before. And I was like,
bless her heart.
People have done lots of Dungeons and Dragons channels. I am not like new to this at all.
What breed? Corgi. We can talk about it in a second.
Yeah, well, we can talk and show
tell
pictures.
You all about it.
Trust me. And she was like, you know, how long have you been doing the paranormal one? I was like, you know, we've been doing it since September. How long have you been doing the mediumship one? Since like December, January. How long have you been doing Dungeons and Daemons? I said a month because I was like, was she 200? She was probably in her like 40s or 50s. She wasn't like crazy old. She wasn't crazy old at all. So she was like, Dungeons and Daemons, that's the one that's making you all the money, right? Like, that's the one that you make money. I was like, no, it's the paranormal one that like is like our like most successful one right now, because that's the one that like has been around the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Also, M does readings. The
Yeah.
link is pinned at the top of chat.
Riker is also doing drawing readings.
Yeah.
If you would like spirit guides drawn for you.
Yeah.
All of our readings I'm doing email readings. So if you guys want availability for that.
Yeah, so she told me Dungeons and Demons is going to be the big
The
one.
one.
That's going to be the big one.
That's where the big purchase.
Mhm.
That's where the money's gonna come from.
Great.
Yeah.
And then she was like, all right, are we done? And I was like, you're supposed to give me a palm reading too. So she was like, okay, it's going to be general. It did not last very long. So she was like, this is your lifeline. It's great. This line, like...
Which one? Which one's the lifeline?
This one. I think that
She told me mine was going to be really long too.
I can't read this shit.
Me either. The only one I know are the
I
ones
can't-
on here,
I
and she
can't
read them
pretend to read this shit
completely
either.
different than what I thought you were supposed to read them as.
Yeah, so she read this as like, this is like my lifeline, so I'm gonna live a long life. Like she
Yeah.
told me, this line right here, like, wasn't gonna like, it didn't cross, but she was like, but it almost did. So like, did you have like a near-death experience? So I was like, yes,
I've had
I've had
several.
several. She was like, because of injury, and I was like, not because of injury, but I've had one. So she was like, okay, what was the injury thing that happened? So I was like, oh, well, I was hit by a car. And she was like, oh, you like were like, you were supposed to die then, but you didn't. Which I've talked about it before. I was not close to dying when I was hit by a car. Like,
Also, Riker got hit by a car by walking across.
yeah, I was
the street.
walking across the street. I was walking across the street and
They weren't like in
hit by a
another
car.
car. They
Yeah.
were just themselves
Walking.
getting hit by a car.
yeah, so I wasn't like at risk of dying from this. Like, so I told her the story. I was like, I was walking across the street going to my high school bus stop. The woman was, she was coming, it was like early in the morning. She was like getting off of like a like graveyard shift, so she was super tired. She thought she saw two people walking across the street, but it was just me. Other witnesses confirmed this. So she said she swerved to miss this other person and hit me instead. But at the last minute, I jumped up, landed on the windshield, shattered the windshield. She slammed on the brakes and I went flying into the street. I only had a concussion and road rash from that. Like, I walked myself out of the ER that same day. Like,
There wasn't an almost
there was
dying.
no internal bleeding. Like, it was bad, but I was like not close to dying at all. Like, it was more of a miracle that I didn't get hurt more.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't break any bones, but I wasn't close to dying in any way. And because she said that this one led to like a large lump sum of money. And so she was like, oh, like, did you get the like money
you get
from that
money?
car accident? And I said, no. Like, I've gotten a large sum of money from a legal settlement, but not relation to that. She's like, you didn't sue? And I was like, no, I walked myself out the same day. Like, I only had a concussion.
Yeah,
My mom
what
was
are we
like,
suing for?
Yeah, my mom didn't want to sue because it would have taken like, it would have been expensive and it would have taken a long time. And the woman felt fucking horrible. She was like sobbing about it. So she's like, well, where did the money come from? So I explained like that situation to her. And then it was, well, you're going to keep getting money like that, which if I keep getting money like that, that'll be lit. 'Cause
Why did she tell me that?
I don't know. 'Cause you're the one who's getting like, I'm the one who's like broke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the one who's broke right in this relationship.
Dude, I don't know.
But she told me that I had 6 goals, specifically 6 goals, and I would hit all of them by the time I was 33.
Yeah.
And that she saw 2 children, both of them boys.
Yeah.
And that was my reading.
Yeah. Ready? Right. Wow.
And then I left, and I was like,
yeah, I was like, how was it?
Yep.
That was what I got, and I was like, okay, got it. So I was like, I'm gonna spill some tea because I know how this is gonna go.
yeah.
So, hold on. Okay. So I picked up the selenite stone. It was a big rock. And I gave it to her, and she closed her eyes and squeezed her cheeks and told me that I was gonna die at 90 years old, so I'm gonna die before Riker. Which is how I want it to be.
I mean, technically you're older than me, so.
Yeah. You're also gonna die at 94.
Yeah.
I just don't want to die after you, because that sounds terrible.
I like that I have to be the one to just.
Every single one of our lives, you die first because you're protecting me, and I have to watch you die horrifically, and I'm done with it as a soul. I'm done with it. Yeah, she told me that I was this. Okay, let me just go through my notes and make it go in order of what she told me.
Also, Jay, I don't know what any of these 6 goals are. She was like, you have 6 goals.
It's probably every single one of our businesses we're gonna start.
Yeah, but apparently Dungeons
I think
and Demons
that's 6.
is gonna be the money maker. Hasn't even
No
started,
one's
but
ever
that's
done
the
it.
one that's making the money. No one's done the D&D content before.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, yeah, I'm gonna die. I have lots of years ahead of me. I'm gonna die at 90 years old. I'm very busy. I'm always doing things. The next 10 years of my life is gonna be a roller coaster. I don't like being bossed around, and I'm stern.
Yeah, you're so stern.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Being bossed around doesn't work out for me, I guess, because I get really nervous, but that's probably not what she thought. Because I'm like, oh no, I can't do this, it's too much pressure, and that's why I don't have a corporate job anymore. My love life, my relationship now is good, but my prior relationship was hard, and I struggled with the decision to leave that one, which is true. She told me that my last relationship was interference. I'm not sure what that means, but I told her that it means passive aggressive.
I'm not sure what it means, but I told her what it means. Maybe that's what she means by stern.
She told me someone on my mom's side is going to become ill, and I was like, my family is so massive, I needed you to be more clear. So she told me that it was going to be someone older than my mom, and I was like, my grandmother is like 90 years old. Do you think it's that? And she was like, could be. And she said that she won't pass this year for me, she's just going to get sick. And I was like, okay. And she was like, is she like sick now? And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, sometimes they don't tell me things, but she seems fine. She says that I'm spiritual.
Really? I had no idea.
That was before I told her what my job was. She said there's gonna be a small change in July. So Riker had a big purchase, I had a small change.
Big purchase, small change.
And it's in relation to my 2 jobs, and it's going to have, I have to make a decision about it because it's a small change. And when she said 2 jobs, she's like, do you have 2 jobs? And I was like,
I have multiple.
well, I guess you could say that, but also I have like 4, 5, 6 businesses. I can't tell you how many.
Also, real quick, I forgot to also say, I asked her if she could talk to my spirit guides to try to get validation of the June thing, and she told me she doesn't talk to spirit guides or deities or anything because it would drive her crazy. Her head would spin.
Yeah.
So she like refuses to do any of that. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, she told me that I had 2 jobs, that I had to make a decision about my 2 jobs, and I basically was like, well, I have a job with this person, and maybe that's what you're talking about. So there's gonna be some weird decision about that. And then we got back to the love life thing. I think this is when she started, where she started reading my palm is when the handwriting got really bad, so not yet. So she told me that she saw 2 boys for me too, and when she saw the 2 boys, she asked me if I was in a relationship with Riker, and I was like, yeah, and she was like, yeah, I knew that because I saw the same 2 boys for Riker, and that's when I was like, well, I've wanted to adopt since I was in the 8th grade. Are those the 2 boys that I see because I'm going to adopt those 2 boys? And she was like, no, you're going to give birth to them. And I was like, okay, but I also see a little girl that I'm gonna have.
We want to have 3 kids. We want to adopt 2 and potentially have the 3rd ourselves. Like,
yeah. So what's the little girl? And she's like, not yours. And I was like, Okay, got it. So, they told me that Riker's gonna be my life partner. That was a good relationship.
Cringe.
Cringe, shit. And then she got into my past life reading.
Which you just told her instead.
Well, okay, let me tell you what she told me, and then we'll get into that, because at this point she knows I'm a medium, because I told her what my job was.
I like that she believed you were a medium, but when I told her I was a medium, she clearly didn't believe it.
Well,
Maybe because I was being an ass about
yeah, I was like, I think she was just uncomfortable with you, because I was like, let me tell you my life story, because I'm here to gossip.
Yeah, because I had like the notebook taking notes, like the flap up, like,
And I was like, oh my god, let me tell you what happened behind the Walmart. I need to talk some schmack.
yeah.
So, she told me about my past life. She told me that I was Dutch, and I had 5 children, and I was a housewife, and I was super outdoorsy, and I had a garden. And she told me that I was stubborn and mean. And then the second life, she told me, the life before that, she told me that I was married to someone in the war, but something happened to us, like all of my family, and the place blew up or something. And then she goes on to ask me, have you ever like done a past life regression on yourself before? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, what do you get? And I'm in my head, I'm like, are you trying to ask me for help on this specific reading, or you want me to tell you more different lives? Because I can do both. So I just started telling her about the lives she was seeing, because I was like, okay, the Dutch family, you see, like, I'm blonde. The 5 children are blonde. There's 2 girls, 3 boys. There's one that's a baby, all of that stuff. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm like 90% sure that you think that I'm mean because I think I poisoned my husband. And she was like, no, I would have saw that. And I was like, okay, but where's my husband? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, exactly. I'm like, because I have to have a husband. I have 5 children.
Yeah, when she was asking me about like my Native American life, she was like, do you have Native American in you? Which I think she was trying to ask me my ethnicity.
Yeah,
and
well,
I was
that's
like,
probably why she
no.
told you that she thought you were Native American.
Yeah, because I was like, no, like I do have a very, very, very small amount of Native American in me, but it's not enough to claim being Native American at all. I don't consider myself Native American.
Because I've seen past lives for you that are Native,
yeah,
but you're a man.
Yeah, the one that I could not see the one that she was telling me about.
Yeah,
but she was
you
like,
were 100% a dude. You had like long hair and one braid, and you were like some sort of warrior.
Yeah, I don't know. She was like, you're Native American, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought she was telling me about it. And she's like, are you? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, you are, because the past life Native American is still in you. And I was like, that's not how that works, but okay. Got it.
Yeah. So, and then the second life, I added more things because she was asking me to read myself. I think I really have no idea. So I was like, the life that you're seeing, do I look like this? Does my husband look like this? And she was like, yes. And I was like, yeah, we were in the house. I was like pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant enough for me to know about it yet. And a bomb hit our house. And she was like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah.
You really paid her to read yourself. Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
I was there to gossip, okay?
Like,
so this is when she started reading my palm because I was writing with my left hand.
a palm. Oh, you're writing yours with your left hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, because she took my hand and was like this, and I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna write things because you seem to be looking at my hand right now, but that's fine. In November, December, a positive change in my love life is gonna happen, but it's gonna be mostly on the other person. Which case, they told me, okay, I told them, I was like, does that seem like a proposal? Am I gonna get proposed to? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like,
It's just so weird because when she was telling me, she made it seem like I was gonna get proposed to. So like I don't know. I just know I confused the fuck out of her so much. Like I was like, I'm very spiritual and a psychic medium. Wall, tell me things about myself. So.
yeah, in September, I'm gonna have to sign some paperwork that I need to read.
Maybe that's
have
gonna
no
be
idea what it's
gonna
about.
be what happens after September 20th.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're signing, but September will be the time that we do that. May we're gonna be busy, which is true. We are busy. June of next year, is gonna be happy. She thinks we're gonna have a wedding then, and I was like, fucking no. If Riker's proposing to me in December, I'm not planning a wedding in 5 months. Fuck no. And then she told me when I'm gonna have the children. I'm gonna have the children when I'm 33, and then they're gonna be 2 to 3 years apart. And she was like, "Do you want to have a baby, but like that sort of age?" And I was like, "I told you that I want to adopt, so I don't know." And that was
Roger's
my
here now.
reading.
Perfect. Roger, just in time. We're talking about the readings that we got.
Yeah, Roger got
Yeah.
a really good reading.
So they like gave him readings, did a record debate. Dude, I didn't say shit. I was just like, okay, tell me things.
Yeah, Roger somehow got a tarot reading instead of a palm reading and past life regression, and he chose 3 cards, which was past, present, and future, and the lady like put out a breath of cards
Yeah.
about that. So, go on.
Yeah. And apparently she like told him about like relationship stuff and things. He said that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, the past stuff was very
Yeah,
accurate.
but then said that the woman said that she felt like a dark like shadow with him or something, like a dark cloud that was like blocking him.
Yeah.
And for $500 over the span of 3 to 5 sessions, she could cleanse it for him
Yeah.
by cracking eggs over his head.
Yeah, like egg cleansings.
Yeah.
So, red flag number 10, 20, 50.
And there it is. Yeah. I'm just surprised that Emma and I didn't get that.
Right? It's probably because we were like, we're mediums. So instead they were like, so what do you think about the reading? And I was like, here you go. You want me to read you too?
Yeah. He got read by somebody else. Then we got readings too. But it was an experience.
Yeah, he was lucky because he could speak Spanish, so she was the one for him, I guess.
Yeah, told him that he had like witchcraft done on him and they needed to undo it. And apparently he like got brought into like the crystal x-ray room that had like a giant amethyst geode crystal with a bunch of copper wires.
That's
and
where they do
electrical
the
things.
sessions.
And that's where they do the sessions. So they like hook you up to it or something. Dude, I don't fucking know. But I was like, oh shit, this is why people like actually hate like psychics, because they go and get shit like this.
But also on a serious note, if you guys know anyone that A, will allow us to film them for content, but B, like,
Don't do
cool.
that.
Yeah, well, don't do that, but do cool readings. We want to do that on Spoken Mirrors and record it, because I want to find a palm reader that I can be like, which one of these lines count, so that I can do what you're doing.
Yeah, because the thing was like, my palm reading took maybe like a minute max,
Mine
and
took
that
like 10 minutes because I kept being like, so what are these children?
it took longer because I was explaining the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been done in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was mostly just, she would just like, you would tell her something, and she would just look at you like, just like stare at you dead in the eyes, like,
Yeah, like. And you're just sitting there like,
I don't
do you
know.
want me to continue talking?
I don't know what you want.
seem to not understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
It made me feel a lot better about the readings we do. It gave me confidence because like, oh,
so if you guys that know people or are people that do cool readings and want to be on content, let us know.
yeah.
We'll collab with you. It can be like through Zoom or whatever, like through Discord.
The woman who read us, I kept seeing her like family member or something.
Yeah.
Like standing like
Like grandmother. or
yeah, like
something.
grandmother or mom. It looked exactly like her,
Yeah,
just
she was just older.
shorter and older.
Mhm.
Did I read or talk to her? I read her and talked to her,
We
guys,
didn't
but I didn't
say
tell her. I didn't
anything
tell her
about
about it. I didn't tell her about
Yeah,
it.
because I
like,
saw the same lady. She's
yeah,
sassy.
but the woman was talking about how, because like she, like all of the jokes aside, like she did get some things right. Like she was accurate with some of the things she was
Yeah.
getting, but a lot of the issues that this like woman in like relation to her was telling me about was that she has these guardrails up because she gets uncomfortable doing too many reading things. So when like things start to like go off the path, she has the guardrails to bump people to keep them on track. So part of the problem is the two of us, we just hop around wherever because that's how we do things.
Yeah.
So it was difficult for her. She was nice. It was fine.
I enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed it. It was still a fun
If
experience.
she tried to sell me on like what Roger was getting, I would have been like, no, thank you.
If she tried to sell me on it, I would have tried to sell her on our readings. I mean, like, actually, let me read you.
Like, actually, do you wanna like go watch our stream where we talk to Zozo through a Ouija board and then tell me that I need to be cleansed again? Because I'm just gonna go do that again. But yeah, if you guys have cool reading things or spiritual things, we want to do collabs with people on Smoke and Mirrors.
But then after that, we went to a cute little metaphysical shop.
We did. It was so cute.
And we got some things.
What was it called?
The Lovely Lotus.
Lovely Lotus.
The Lovely Lotus in Redlands, California.
It was really cute.
Super
You
cute.
should go there.
I got 5 crystals because they had a thing where it was 5 for $20. I got my mom a cute little candle.
Which I want to make candles.
Yeah, I got a new pendulum for myself since I lost my other one.
Yeah, don't lose that. You still have it?
It's in my backpack.
Great.
I know exactly where it is. It's in my backpack. And then I got us a new like calendar.
Yeah.
So the ones that I got, I don't have them down here on me, but I got a thing of opalite, a like worry stone of amethyst, which it was one of the bigger pieces, and that one itself was usually $10, but I got it as a part of the 5 for $20, so it was a steal. I got a Picasso jasper, a sardonyx, and a rose quartz.
Yeah. But I
Just,
want
like,
to
little
make
ones.
I want to make candles like they do at that place, which they like make the candles and then they put like crystals and flowers on top of it. And I want to do that for Hey Buy and then start like an Etsy shop and we can like intuitively give you stuff like that because it makes me excited.
Yeah, and then Roger got a witch oracle deck and a handmade drum with a raven paint and moon painted on it.
And I made Roger read me with it.
Yeah.
When we got sushi.
The oracle deck, not the drum.
Yeah.
We should have made you read us with the drum though.
That would have been cooler.
Yeah. And then after that we went and got sushi for dinner. And then we went and got some Italian ice and custard. And it was delicious.
It's so good.
And that was Monday.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking so much.
Well, I think there's just one more, and then we can talk about the rest of the stuff that's going on in May.
And then Tuesday, we went to the safari park.
And we talked to animals.
And we talked to animals all day.
Because we're pet psychics.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So yeah, we walked around the safari park and just like saw the normal animals. And then we did one of the cart rides where we got to like drive closer to a bunch of the animals in the like savannah area. And like, I don't know, it was super cool.
It
we
was
saw
awesome.
babies.
We were also the only people on
the cart.
Like, cart. Because we were the last people. So they took us through Africa and Asia when we were only supposed to be in Africa.
Yeah. So, hold on, let me find a picture of...
And what did they say?
It's a baby rhino.
A lot of them talked about the cart itself when we were on the cart rides. There was a, like, Cape Cow thing, Cape Buffalo or something.
Yeah. Named Ferdinand.
He was like on the fence line because there's like a fence in between you and the cart. In between the cart and him is what I meant to say. But we like drove over to him, and that's after we told the tour guide that we were pet psychics, and he was like, "Oh my god, tell me if they like me. And if they don't like me, don't tell me, it'll crush me." So we go up to this cow, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing loves fucking tours. I feel like it likes people more than it likes like other buffalo because the other buffalo pick on him. So there is that. A lot of the other animals were like talking about the cart and stuff like that, like tourists coming in because we came in, they would talk about us.
Yeah, they also were just talking about how it was like, I know a lot of them were just like chilling, sleeping. It was a very slow day in the park. Like I've been there a couple times and it's usually like packed busy. Like there were times where we were like the only people in like an area and it was like silent besides us. Like it was awesome. Like we talked to a bald eagle for like 15 minutes.
Bald eagle was like priorly injured, and that's why they were in the park itself. And he was telling us about like the zookeepers, about his little enclosure. We filmed all of it. It's gonna be on Smoke and Mirrors. But he had a like baby brain, so he like wanted to fly everywhere, but he was in like a smaller aviary, like a smaller enclosure, because he had injured his wing. So one of his wings were like lower than the other. So he was telling us that he was frustrated that he couldn't fly everywhere. And the reason why he couldn't fly anywhere, it wasn't because his enclosure was small, but because he was injured.
Yeah, so if you also don't know about
The San
like
Diego stuff.
the safari park or the San Diego Zoo, they do a lot of conservation efforts. So like, I don't know, when we were doing the tour, I actually learned a lot that I didn't know. They have like a baby born at the like the safari park like every day. Like there's I don't know if you caught that on the tour, but he was like, they like there's like a birth every single day there. So they have a lot of like either like endangered, like heavily endangered species there that they are like leading the like revival efforts to like rebuild their population in a healthy way. So like
like in the wild.
Yeah, like in the
They
wild.
do that with the conures.
Yeah. So in the like, it's like for the condors, for a lot of the like, there's like some deer, buffalo, like even like the like white rhinos that are like almost extinct. They're doing a lot of things with like stem cell research and like IVF and everything to try to like bring back the population to stop them from going extinct. So they're really cool. I like them a lot because
because there's a lot of like controversial zoos. The San Diego Zoo is not that.
Yeah, they do very good like work there.
Yeah.
So
and the safari park is like massive. It's not like little enclosures where the animals are bored. It's a lot of animals like together living in these huge enclosures that are as close as possible to their regular like habitats.
So yeah, like the San Diego Zoo Safari Park is 1,800 acres, 1,800 acres. There's over 3,000 animals and over 300 species there. And there's almost like 2 million plants because they also do a lot of like plant conservation stuff too.
Yeah. So it's amazing. You should go to the San Diego Zoo or the Safari Park.
Yeah, I love both of those. But yeah, that was our California trip in like a speed run.
And so you'll get all of the videos over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so we filmed like pretty much every single one of those days.
Yeah, we also, because our readings we couldn't film, we filmed Riker's mom and Angel. Yeah, we read them because Riker's mom was like, I've never had a spirit guide reading before, so we gave her a spirit guide reading and a past life reading. Yeah,
so we read my mom, and that will be going out.
That'll go out on Smoke and Mirrors.
I convinced her to put socks on before the reading because couldn't have the toes out.
Because that would be for free.
Can't have my mom.
That would be for free.
I already can see all of the comments. Alex already knows my mom. He's met her before. But I can't wait for all the comments of you guys not believing that she's actually my mom. Because Em looks very young. Everyone is convinced when we were going places, I think everyone thought that my mom was M's mom and not actually my mom. Because we would go places and they would like, it was Mother's Day weekend, so they would like refer to my mom
and they're like, you're her child. And I was like, did you know I'm actually 13?
You're like, did you know?
And you should let me order off the kids menu?
Yeah. So, yeah, there's gonna be lots of content coming out.
Yeah,
in the next
it's
couple
awesome.
weeks.
Because we also, I think the last vlog we talked about painting the bedroom. We still haven't done that. We're going to do that this weekend. So we'll also have that video.
We're also meeting Cody and Satori.
We're going to meet Cody and Satori. They have a meet and greet.
Yeah, we're gonna go meet them.
So we're traveling all day tomorrow to go and have the opportunity to meet them.
Yeah. And then we're painting the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then not this weekend, but the next one, we're going out of town for a couple days again to go see Jay.
Yeah.
Like Mod Jay in here. We're gonna see some of my other friends who live in the area, and then we're picking up our puppy.
Yeah. And if you have questions about the puppy, we want to answer every single one of them because she's adorable. She's a girl. She's a corgi. She is a mixture between the two corgi breeds. So she is a mixture between a Pembroke corgi and a Cardigan corgi, which is technically called an American corgi. And that's how you get the different colors, because Pembrokes can't be blue merle, but we have a blue merle puppy. I think she's blue merle and fluffy, so she also has the fluffy gene. And then we also asked the breeder not to dock her tail. That's what she looks like.
Look at her.
So she also has a tail still. So if you guys don't know, corgis, when they are a couple days old, they get docked, meaning their tail gets chopped down to be the little nug. They actually have tails. I assume some corgis are born without tails. It's not common. Most corgis do have tails, and they just dock them because that's the look. But she just so happened to not dock this one, and then Riker emailed them and was like, so when do you think we're gonna get our puppy? Because we were hoping that we could have the tail still on. And she's like, I have the perfect one for you.
You can have this one.
You can have this one.
And we were like, yes.
It was wild because we asked for a blue merle and a girl, and we just like asked for a tail on, and she was like, this is the only one I haven't docked, and it just fits all of the other things that you just asked. So here you go.
We're thinking of naming her Yue, like Princess Yue from Avatar.
The Last Airbender.
Yeah. She's so cute. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a puppy and a kitten at the same time.
But yeah, if you don't know the series, Yue was named after the moon, so it means moon in, I believe, Chinese. But I'm so excited. She's the runt. She's like this big. All the other ones are like bigger potatoes. She's a tinier potato.
Yeah, so
she seems very quiet and feminine.
She's this one. She's this one.
Yeah, she's like very,
very tiny.
Like all the other ones are like twice or 3 times her size.
She's so tiny. She's also just always like asleep and so sweet. But yeah, she is like the smallest one out of all of them.
But we think that she's fluffy, like has the fluffy gene, because if you also didn't know, corgis can come with like big long fur, like have long hair. So her mom is a fluffy, so she has the fluffy gene, and her dad is a carrier for the fluffy gene. So
like, look at that little face. It's so cute. Like, yeah, let me make it bigger so you guys can see it.
But we're also going to have a video where we go and get her.
Yeah.
And that's all going to be on all of the channels, too.
Like, I'm sorry, look at her.
Look how cute it is.
I'd say she looks like an Animal Crossing villager.
She's my honor.
She's so cute.
Yeah. But she has white ears. Her ears should go up. I'm hoping only one of them goes up. But I'm pretty sure both are gonna go up. I'm just gonna manifest that only one goes up so that she has a floppy ear.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what's been going on.
So, you guys have questions? Also, I'm going to shamelessly plug the readings again. We are offering readings again. The link to that is tagged at the top of chat if you guys are interested in email readings, spirit guide readings, spiritual gift readings, tarot readings, or if you're interested in a spirit guide drawing and having a professional draw your spirit guide.
Professional.
I like her. The link will be up in the pinned comment. But we're also going to eventually add it to the link tree because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But I guess the Ko-Fi is attached to that, so just go to the shop there. And then we're gonna announce that on Instagram too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be available. There's 5 slots for each of my readings and 10 slots for Riker's readings, and they're going to be restocked weekly. So if you guys are interested in that, if you guys want to do things with the wish list, that is also an option. What was the last thing we said? What else did we do today?
We did a lot of things today. Hold on. I can tell you what we did. P.O. Box.
Oh yeah, we also opened a P.O. box, so if you guys are interested in sending us fan mail and you are a member or a Patreon member, you have access to the address. And yeah.
Yeah. But we also will still be doing live readings.
Yeah. We will still do live readings.
Yeah.
It's
This is just in addition.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes people can't make the live readings. Sometimes people don't want to be read live. We will still have live readings. We will probably still have readings that are free during live readings.
Yeah.
All of the things. These are just like private readings if you would like that.
Yeah. But yeah, they also, for like the drawing ones, how we do them on stream, they're kind of sketches. They're rough. We only spend 30 minutes on them. And it's very like kind of rushed and kind of chaotic because we're doing it live. These ones are going to be a lot more focused because it'll be a lot easier. So you'll have like a more detailed drawing, and you also will still get like a mini reading about like that spirit guide for you to go along with it. So it's not like you just get a drawing and that's it. You get a drawing and a little reading, like a little blurb about the spirit guide and what they tell me for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a lot of...
Yeah, we've done so many things today.
Yeah.
Missions.
Trying to think. I'm almost ready to put Dungeons and Daemons live. That'll probably come out the next couple days.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in like a D&D sort of membership Patreon type thing that's going to be associated to mediumship, spirituality, paranormal, that sort of thing, that's going to be coming out in a few days as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are getting kind of like jet lagged with all of our different like social medias and businesses, we're trying to create a like social media plan strategy that is under one head. We're going to call it Ouroboros Productions. So eventually we're going to have an Instagram account that's just going to give you updates on all of the social medias. So if you want to know when a video is coming out and you don't know if it's going to be Meddling, Medium, Smoke and Mirrors, Hey Bye, Dungeons and Daemons, it's all going to be updated on one platform. So you can keep track of one platform and everything will be on that. So we're working on that. I can probably figure that out by next week.
Yeah.
So
also, if you didn't know, on Smoke and Mirrors, if you recognize that background over there, or if you see that, we started a podcast over there. So our first podcast went out today.
Yeah, we talk about the bubble that's been going on in our investigations and the insecurities with mediumship.
Yeah.
Will you guys be doing pet readings too? Right now, we just have those available because we're testing some things out, but I also kind of want to like flip-flop things, maybe.
Yeah, so we might like, I don't know, as we like go, like offer different varieties of readings, whether it's like charm or deities, pet readings, whatever. Since May has been very crazy, we're trying to start kind of limited with what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of take it from there. But I don't know, we'll keep you guys updated as we do on everything.
Yeah, because I have people saying pet readings and deity readings. I don't know. I don't think I'm just going to have these 3. I think I'll get bored and then offer different readings and we'll just like dip our toes into different things. But it's just... can't have them all open because that stresses me out.
Yeah, and I'll probably do a variety of different spirit guide or like types of like drawings. I don't know. We will see. Sorry, my hair's all popping out.
Do you know what you guys are going to be talking about with Cody and Satori? No. I'm nervous.
It's like a
Riker's the
Like-
personable one.
It's like a more like VIP type meet and greet type thing.
Yeah,
So,
it's not like we're like going
it's
to
not
collab or
yeah,
whatever.
it's not a private thing.
It's
that
like
we're
an
doing.
actual, like, we paid to go to a meet and greet.
Yeah. So we're not. It's like no special treatment. Like we'll probably say hi, maybe talk to him for a minute, but
Yeah.
like we don't even know if we're gonna be able to fully film it or what's gonna happen. So
Yeah. So you might see it, but you will see us talking about it.
yeah. Regardless, we will tell you guys about.
And hopefully we
us,
get
like,
a picture with them, because I would like a picture.
I'm sure
You
we'll get
want
a picture
that?
with
Ooh,
them.
Picture.
I will make sure we get a picture with them. We'll for sure get a picture with them.
Great. But
Should do a live pet reading.
we could do
We
that.
could do that. We could add that to the list.
Yeah, I also want to do mediumship readings, because my brain says that I can't do them because, I don't know, people tell me that I can't and that I'm not a medium, so.
Yeah.
I just want to test it
Why
out.
does my neck hurts so bad?
Well, we're in a plane for several hours.
Yeah. I'm still very tired from like traveling and also like just everything that's been like going on. I don't know, the last week has been crazy. So Willa needs to be read. I'm sure she'd be chaotic. Listen, I love your TikToks.
That's cute.
Running on fumes. Yeah, I don't know. As you guys heard, we've just been going nonstop every single day. And then today wasn't even necessarily a rest day. It was a like
We did so many things.
yeah, it was like we like got back and we're like, let's get to work and then worked on a bunch of things all day today. So we're hoping to like I don't know, as you guys like saw, we've been like I don't know, like struggling a lot with like depression mentally, like everything that's been going on because it's been a really hard year for like both of us, especially. So we've been like I don't know, we took the vacation literally courtesy of my mom. My mom like paid for our entire trip, took care of everything, like so we could like
We stayed with your mom.
yeah, we stayed with my mom, like she drove us everywhere, so like because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to like make it to California and done it
expensive.
because it's California, Southern California's
Yeah.
expensive. So literally if it wasn't for my mom, we wouldn't have done it, but my mom knew that we both needed a like reset with everything. So I don't know, we feel it's still not 100%, but it definitely was a much needed like vacation break for both of us.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Want to go back?
And yeah, we post our like live updates in Discord and in on like Instagram and stuff for whenever we're going live. So as long as you're like following us there, you usually can like get notified.
Yeah.
'Cause I know sometimes YouTube doesn't like notify you properly.
But at some point, we're gonna set up Ouroboros Productions so that you get notified for everything, and it's
Yeah.
not just
It's
separated. It still will go out on all of those channels, but it'll also go out on Ouroboros so that you can keep track of everything.
yeah.
Because I have a hard time keeping track of everything. So
Is there anything else before you want to go?
no,
Cause I'm
you're tired.
I'm tired. I was fighting the urge to lay in bed before stream, but I knew if I laid in bed I wasn't gonna get up. So
I'm hungry again.
yeah, I'm hungry again too.
We gotta figure out. We have garlic.
We have some garlic stuff. Yeah.
We don't have any food.
Yeah, we also need to go grocery shopping because we like ate all of our food and then we're gonna like try to go like I don't know, we need to go grocery shopping. We didn't want to spend all of our food or all of our money on food right before we left. So
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Saturday. We're going to do a reaction
live
video.
reaction.
So if you guys want to see and react with us, we'll be going live at 6 p.m. EST on Saturday night. And it will be a good time. I'm excited. And then the week after, we are doing the next location. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I got to start editing that too. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we love y'all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And we'll see you guys Saturday.
bye.